forgetting about, right? The PARIVISION draft is much earlier gonna come online.
Yeah, it's like these first, like 10, 15 minutes. How are we looking with the Earthshaker Blink? Where's the Mars at? Do they have a lane with double melee against a Slark and a Phoenix? Or, I guess, sorry, a Slark and a Chen, right? Because it's Bat and Phoenix as the off lane.
Mm-hmm.
Does the TA have a good time against that Bat and Phoenix? You said it's kind of scary for her, even with an Abaddon protecting.
Yeah, it's a very tricky lane. Abaddon can throw as many shields as he wants, but it's really tricky to keep the TA from being bullied by all that damage.
Well, kind of delayed smoke from Gaozu. PARIVISION trying to scout out the mid lane for any observer wards there with their Slark. The rest of them smoked in behind him. Looking for a move away from mid lane into bottom jungle potentially. But Xinkyu is there, ready to smoke break into Carlos. I don't know if he got actually spotted, but the smoke broke, and that's going to be enough of a signal for PARIVISION to back up.
Yeah, Xinkyu at least realized that, he broke them. His own smoke broke as well, so he's just standing there, making sure nobody's invading. DY gonna go for the rune.
Does get it. So 2 for 2. DY takes a couple of hits on his way out, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think overall the bottom lane is going to be the one that I want to keep an eye on a lot. The TA has such a hard task ahead of her here against the Phoenix with the attack speed slow.
9 class takes a meld hit, immediately drops the chat wheel line.
That was lame.
Yep.
Who would do that?
Paparazzi already taking a few hits from Tiny and the creeps. I'll come back to that lane in a minute though. As DM and 9 class, you want to keep our eyes on this bottom lane. DY is already doing a decent job kind of getting up in their face. Tried to deny some creeps. Lane pushed forward a touch. And now it's the matter of controlling your small camp. Trying to make sure you can pull, but 9 class puts a stop to all of that happening.
Yeah, goes in, body blocks with the Batrider, and Abaddon can't really do too much to prevent that. He is at least fighting back, using the aphotic shields as a threat. Bottom lane is, starting out decent for Radiant, but I think it gets really hard on level 2, and that power spike for Dire is going to be huge. Mid lane, we see some mana burn creep coming in, offsetting the balance between Lina and Tiny. 10 players nowadays, dude. So annoying.
Nasty pieces of work they are.
Yeah, they get to start with a mana burn creep too. They don't even have to find it. Disgusting.
You just call to the wild. Bring a creep to them.
He's back. He's gonna do it again. Zap. No mana for you, Lina.
That was very irritating. Yeah, now 2-minute water rune. No one's like, nah. Ducalis is getting that one, and I'm running to the bottom one. Give me a high five. Paparazzi deny it? He does?
Well, nobody gets a rune on mid lane, but Tiny's going to be a bit happier with that. He hasn't been getting spammed mana burn, so he's completely fine on resources with Lina. Pretty low. Top.
Yeah, a bit of damage from Slark, but returned quickly by JT. Mars level 2. Offers a nice bit of firepower there to protection Q.
Yeah. And hard for a Slark to stay onto any of these targets. The God's Rebuke, the Spear, even the Fissure to potentially block him off.
Still 8 denies on him, though. Like, that's pretty ridiculous given he's a Slark.
It's Chen. It's the Chen difference. Chen was just auto-attacking a lot, and we saw shenanigans happening with Xinkyu trying to pull the creep wave. And yeah, Slark just managed to get a lot of denies during that. Yeah,
10 and 9. Great old laning stage for him.
That's the little bit of a liability.
Arme stepping up to try and stop this pull, or at least get some last hits out of it. 9 class and DM able to control that creep wave exactly where they want it. Put Phoenix in a decent spot here, but Arme doesn't seem to have been bothered too much by this lane. Are we waiting for like level 3 on the bat or something?
I think they have everything they need on the side of PARIVISION. Phoenix just needs to find a good angle to take the fight. Maybe waiting for the creeps to go low here and then go in and contest. But yeah, these meld hits are keeping the Batrider low enough HP that he can't really commit.
He's scared for his life. And just playing that left-hand side as well, spamming out the mist coil.
Wow, the mischance from the Phoenix. That would have been a nice meld Psyblade, but it gets denied by the mischance that you get for taking damage. As if the attack speed slow is not enough.
Just not allowed to hit. I can see on the minimap there's a creep chasing Xinkyu away from that top rune spot. Another mana-burning Satyr. And Tiny's going to get the bottom rune. Lina gives him a couple of hits on the way across, though. So at least a bit of normalcy return to that mid lane. Tiny does take that slight lead.
Lina did get at least some resources refilled from that rune, so she's gonna again dominate mid as we expect. And not putting a single point into stun. She's going 2 points into aura and then just spamming Dragon Slaves. Lifting the creep.
Oh,
Not far off.
wasn't far off. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to ask, because it used to be that you would get one level in stun with the old Lina because it was more efficient to use stun to get your Fiery Soul going. It was top lane, Jinkyo's going to try and
chasing
fish
down
a Crystallis, but the Slark is on the wrong side of it, or for him, the right side.
Easy kill there with Boots and Orb of Venom. Walks him down. To touch on what you were mentioning about the Lina stun, when you get mana burn spam like this, you have so little resources to work with. It's better to have all your points into one spell and use that spell a lot than have 2 low-level spells and barely do any damage. Both mid laners running back to base and then TPing back out.
Lina going to hit level 6. Slightly ahead of the Tiny.
We do see supports kind of migrating towards the rune control, both Batrider and Abaddon bottom.
Double Radiant Ward in that mid lane, trying to protect Paparazzi. There's Bat over the top of the Abaddon. Earthshaker coming through the Chen. 6-minute rune about to spawn as the Earthshaker completely blocks Ducalis away. And Paparazzi gets the shield rune, while the Abaddon is forced to TP back to Fountain by the Bat. A little victory there for Gaozu.
Something good for Batrider at least. He could even try to bully the Batrider or the Abaddon when he comes running back to bottom lane, but looks like he wants to play with his Tiny. Does have a D ward for mid. Guess the D ward runs away. 30 seconds now for the Wisdom rune timing.
Yeah, now time to run the other way, right? You run towards mid, run back to Wisdom, run that way, run this way.
Yeah, it's like a scripted little marathon you gotta do as a support in the early game. Gotta run around. Stacks being made on the way as well. Xinkyu gonna prepare some ancient stacks.
Oh, but Crystallis knows it's Wisdom rune time, and that means offlaner is a bit exposed. Like you were saying, JT with the Spear and the God's Rebuke able to push back the Slark. Similar to what we see with like Razor picks, right? The Ursas, heroes that want to stick on a target if you've got any displacement. It works tremendously against them.
I mean, it's one of the big reasons why Mars is as good as an offlaner as he is. He just works against so many different types of heroes because he has a safety tool, or 2, you could even say. Just pushing people away. Phoenix finishes up his level 6 by clearing some big camp. TA just about to get 6-2. Gets it from that creep.
This is where we want to see PARIVISION like activate the Tiny, right?
Oh yeah. Well, Lina gonna be the first one.
Lina's gonna make that first move down bottom to kill off 9 class. Second kill of the game, minute 8. Tiny's still not moving. I was just thinking, you know, with a Supernova out there, a Tiny Avalanche toss, a Supernova, maybe the Chen goes through Twin Gate. They could have a play onto the TA, but currently quite quiet from PARIVISION. And a haste rim guarded and taken by Xinkyu puts Ducalis in trouble now. Good avalanche, toss from no one, throws the Lina in onto them as the Phoenix arrives. DM comes into play. The Earthshaker is hasted so he can run away. Shield and heal by the Abaddon onto the Lina, trying to keep Paparazzi alive, and they have done so successfully until the toss in. Ducalis sent forward. The hand grenade of God. Thrown in by the Tiny to finish off the Lina.
An actual holy hand grenade in Dota. Thought I'd never see it.
And they're still
And look at
going.
it, they're not done.
There's Supernova at the ready if they need it. Jinkyu, though, has skirted around the edges of the tree line, just about getting the distance away from them.
Yeah, you saw them, of course, wrapping around, but that was a great fight for them without having to use the Phoenix ulti. So, PARIVISION now still with resources to take more fights.
9 class gets run out by Arme a little bit. But that mid lane is still a hotbed for activity here. No one trying to run towards Paparazzi. DM looking at DY. And the Abaddon, the 2-man toss forward. They've got Supernova ready. The dive. DM gets the egg down. No one's in a bit of trouble here, though. Pigpole and sprinting away as fast as he can. Let's see if he can make it back home or if he's going to mark it here as he's stunned up. But the trouble is that Fisher kind of blocks Gaozu away from the Tiny. God's Rebuke and JT's Spear pin him against the tree. Arme from the right-hand side aiming for Ducalis to finish off him and the Tiny. Gaozu come out striking hot. And now knowing there's no Supernova, well, DM does have a dive to get away from danger and he'll get up to the high ground safely. But Gaozu, some good response there to some over-aggression from PARIVISION.
Yeah, PARIVISION were just definitely getting away with murder before they made this rotation from Gaozu to come and punish. But this does leave Slark with a lot of spare time on top as well. The Mars leaving the lane, not being part of this. Crystallis just getting a fantastic timing on his defusal. Let's see a bit of a replay there. How it all started.
These tossbacks are always going to cause problems.
The holy hand grenade is coming.
Forward. And then the one hit to finish it as well.
Slow motion, Chen flying in for your head.
Yeah, then you get stuck down in this jungle and, you know, defender's advantage, right? You got TPs, you got faster movement coming in from Gaozu, and Slark is just nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, TA coming in from behind was definitely helpful for him there. But all this time, Slark finishing up towards his defusal, just 500 gold away now. Move coming in bottom. Lasso available for this fight.
And they throw the bat forward. Arme, he's lassoed up and dragged through the Firefly, but it seems like the damage is lacking. Knowing now that Gaozu have fully rotated, Arena and Laguna Blade clear through the Phoenix, and the chase forward with the Fisher blocking in the Tiny. Oh, no one. Can he find a gap through the trees? They're trying to cut him through, but he's surrounded by 4 Gaozu heroes, all on top of no one. Arme and JT giving chase. A good avalanche toss back, though, gives no one a bit of space to get across the bridge.
Yeah. Nice getaway still from PARIVISION, only losing 1. That could have been worse for them, honestly. It was a nice attempt as well. They were coordinating, preventing the aphotic shield by using Tiny, Avalanche, and then getting the lasso. So you couldn't aphotic shield off the lasso. Nice attempt, but just, like you said, didn't have enough damage while playing that cautiously.
Like, now that DM has Supernova again, they'd love to go and make another play, but TA Trap sees them coming. A dire scan behind the TA as well, so they know that the Abaddon's still there, lurking.
And Chen and Slark have taken the top tower, so now they're leaving that area, going for mid, looking for more.
Ooh, the Fisher fake pump means Slark gonna have to use that Dark Pact early, but no one's arrival, and toss forward puts Lina in danger. Jinkyu now uses an offensive tool by the Tiny.
This is exactly what you were talking about after the draft was done. The danger of the Chen and how much you can take over the early game. Took that top tower, swings mid with his Slark as well. Taking mid tower, and this is scary for Gaozu. Their draft is strong if they get to the timings, but still need a lot of gold for the Blink on Mars. He's in particular not having a great game.
Yeah, exactly. This is that 10 to 15 minute period, right, where you're wanting to farm Blink on Earthshaker, but he is literally a blink away from it. You know, he's finished off Arcane Boots and bought some Raindrops and bits and bobs here and there. And JT, who is about 1,000 away from Blink, is about to die to Crystallis, and no one does make a sneaky escape move around his arena, trying to get a bit of distance. I mean, they're all pretty low on mana here, but looks like Crystallis has managed to refill himself back up and should be able to catch the Mars eventually. Spear,
the toss
forward, the counter. The counter to the spear displacement is just a toss.
Yeah, no one was ready for that. He was already spamming the toss. Ready for the spear back. Meanwhile, we see aggressive move from Gaozu down to bottom, trying to open up access to these ancient stacks for TA. More ancient areas to farm.
Ooh, DM. Yeah. Oh, the Hand of God. Into the Supernova. He stays alive, but for how long? With the right click. Yeah. Flurry of hits. Paparazzi takes the egg down.
Don't have TP on their Tiny. If they had Tiny TP, you get TP'd in. Avalanche and kept that Supernova alive, but he had cooldown still. Big pick off for them. Gaozu getting something in return. Looks like they're going to be happy having taken the tier 1 tower. Just back out. Wisdom Rune is not going to be contested.
Man, I hadn't even thought about this combo either. Like, Chen taking over the map, making the map small, and then Slark removing all the vision as well. He's just gone and, like, dewarded 2 observer wards. He's removing stuff off the map. Radiant vision and just places to play are going to get limited.
Chrysalis is one of the better carry players about always making sure he has sentries as well on Slark. He is a very good Slark player and will make sure to have that impact, the vision removal coming out. It's going to be very annoying to play into. And then they have such a gank-heavy lineup, so once the vision is gone, the lineup thrives. The Tiny and Batrider can find those pickoffs. JT just wanting to farm Ancients, still working on the Blink.
So desperate for it, but no one's here with the blink of his own. Hang on a second.
That's a bit
Tossed him
awkward.
onto the Phoenix dive. That is awkward because now the arena and the TPs are coming. No one might be in trouble now. Jin Q is going to line up a Fissure here with that Laguna Blade damage and the Light Strike array. They're going to kill the Tiny. No one, a final avalanche to maybe stay alive. Can he get out of here through the ancient camp, getting back to his team? Jinkyu's giving chase, but 9 class into the back lines with Chrysalis now arriving. They've got JT all wrapped up in a bow, taking him down. Mars is gone. Jinkyu follows. Tiny stayed alive. And look at Gaozu getting baited into this fight where they're just trying to run, but they're headless chickens. The Hunter's coming for them, and Chrysalis is slicing them apart. The Slug gets another kill, but he's taken down by the Abaddon. The Mist Coil from long range follows him. DY gets a trade.
Oh my god, what is this fight? It definitely started out a little bit clowny there, the circus moves coming out from the Tiny and the Phoenix, but it ends up being even better than just a clean pickoff, I think. So, you know, it was all calculated, Gareth. They just set this up. That toss was so unfortunate. It was really landing on Phoenix when he was even lower as well than the Tiny, so pushing the Mars to safety.
Just wild.
Get a replay of that. Look at this. Whee!
Look, where's he going? The space-time continuum just warps. I don't care about velocity or momentum. I'm going to teleport my quarks over
back
here.
Back in live. Jump.
What's happening in live? We're watching Tiny not die.
Batrider jumping in, running down the ES.
And Abaddon. He's not got ulti anymore, so the toss avalanche combo kills off him. 2 supports gone.
Yeah, they were just trying to farm mid on the side of Gaozu, trying to get some chance to push out the lanes, but the punishment from these blink daggers, Tiny blinking in and starting it, followed up by a blink on Batrider. The lineup of PARIVISION is so ready to punish right now. Already having the drums, double blink, they have the Diffu, Mage Slayer complete soon on the Slark as well. And meanwhile, it just feels like they're still waiting. They have the Blink Dagger on Mars, but I'm not sure that they're ready to fight when they don't have Aghanims on Lina. It does have Travels and Point Booster, but the Aghanims is far away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Arma, even though he's top of the net worth, we're kind of yet to feel his impact. Joined one fight down in the bottom jungle. He's going to have to quickly start converting all this net worth into something bigger.
Yeah, he's working on the Silence next, getting the Shard. So you can maybe prevent some Slark ultis or Phoenix ultis. Would be massive. You TP the Lina mid. No one would love to gank her, but doesn't really have his team nearby.
Invis Rune is nice. Drags the wave off the tower as well to play the right side. Very safe and secure from no one. Phoenix farms through the outer jungle camps far up north, so kind of tucked away from any danger. And PARIVISION playing very carefully until this next round of items comes in. It does give a bit of room to Gaozu to play up top left. And the threat of like taking a Roshan is going to be there.
PARIVISION is so strong right now. Full Shivas on the Phoenix. They have everything they need. Absolutely amazing strength on their heroes. It's like only a 4k gold lead, but effective lead is more about the timings that you have. There's no blink on Shaker.
Yeah.
Lina doesn't have her timing. TA only has Deso, Dragonlance, you know. She has Shard, but no blink or Hurricane Pike yet, so the advantage is huge right now for PARIVISION.
Top tower is under attack.
So is it like a lot of pressure on JT to make Xingqiu?
Oh. Mass TP.
There's a lot of TPs coming here. Tiny and back, they're going to get the kill on the Earthshaker and delay his blink, yes, but no one trapped in the arena now, and Gaozu make them pay for it.
Oh, they might fight under ward though. We'll see. Doesn't seem like they want to fight without Tiny. Clark is ready though. Lina, she's been spotted.
Oh, the high ground vision. Gonna get the lasso, the pounce into the catch. Light Strike Array doesn't matter. Lina dead. So Earthshaker blink delayed. Lina gone for 40 seconds. And even though the Tiny's down, this Chen army just keeps on marching forward.
Yeah, bottom towers just got fall very quickly. And no sign of resistance coming out from Gaozu. They already used their arena to kill the Tiny, so can't really put up a fight without the big spell. Things are sailing along smoothly for PARIVISION. Even though you lose your Tiny, this is kind of setting up easy time for Roshan as well. Now there's no tier 2 tower for Radiant.
JT and DY just trying to find what they can.
I feel like I'm just seeing this Abaddon
north of the map.
Yeah, I'm just seeing Abaddon trying to farm up. He wants to have one item to play with at least.
Yeah, all he's been doing is pressing shield on people. Give me another hotkey, please.
Yeah, he's gonna click the TP hotkey, get back to base. At least he has a Philosopher's Stone, you know? He'll get some money, even if he's not allowed to farm. 450 gold away from Lina Aghanim's. That is the power spike that they're waiting for on the side of Radiant. Also have the Blink Dagger on TA just now delivered. And Shaker Blink 400 gold away. Everything just out of reach right now. About to be ready.
So close. But this is where PARIVISION can flick that switch and just really shut this map down. Like Gaozu have been hemmed in on their side of the river, and Abaddon showing himself with no ulti mid. Means the lasso into Crystal's jump, takes down DY for 30 seconds. And now bot lane, Xingqiu, are you farming here? That is a scary place to be, but it has just about got him to blink.
Yeah, he's gonna get it. Passive gold will take him over. 10 more gold and he has it. But Crystal is already with this shard on Slark. Mage Slayer shards. He's so ready to fight. Looks like he's queuing up the Aghanim Scepter and the BKB. He wants both. All survivability from here.
So many answers for the challenges that PARIVISION face. And Radiant in that top jungle sees the Phoenix farming, but they don't see the smoke coming.
Oh no, Mars, he's showing on the lane.
Yeah, no one finds the move to start things off, and it sets up very nicely here for Chrysalis to connect. Like, Phoenix is farming jungle kind of baiting. Like, I'm over here. You couldn't possibly be ganked up top.
Yeah, and this DD run looks free for the TA, but it really isn't. Dangerous to go for.
GM steps up quite aggressively, though.
Ame?
Ame, he's jumped in on this. In comes Xingqiu, though, with the help of Laguna Blade to blow at the Phoenix, while Ame is burnt to a crisp. No one and 9 class over their heads here. 2 down. Phoenix the trade, and PARIVISION hunting for the +1. Is it going to be Earthshaker or is it going to be the Abaddon? DY does have ultimate available, and Xingqiu doing a good job to hold them back for a little bit. But here come the free stacks. Chrysalis is just going to lap it all up. A little kitten with a bowl of milk. Delicious stuff for Chrysalis to munch on.
That's so amazing. As a Slark, you get to build up your stats. Now he's ready and primed to keep pushing. Get some more going. And everything just falling apart for Gaozu. I'm surprised the gold lead is only 4,000, by the way. It feels like a bigger lead.
It's just Ame farming like very well.
Yeah. He's farming well, but how can he fight? Into all these counter picks, he needs so much. He needs the blink for mobility, but without BKB, this looks unplayable to me. Like, Tiny just throws an avalanche on you, or Batrider just goes on you, Phoenix throws some spells.
Chen, it looks like he's dying. I mean, there's the strength of this Gaozu lineup, is the immediate catch and kill. A lot of damage to blow them up, but Batrider TP's home. No one. He's BKB'd up and he's wandering around like a little mud crab. Wander away with Chrysalis by his side. A toss up into the air. Not sure what he was attempting there, because Chrysalis dead.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You can't really get him out of trouble there. Either way, but nice takedown using the silences over and over from the TA. Set up a kill on the Slark.
Gaozu kind of in fighting shape, ready to go punch some more people.
Yeah, on the back of the Mars leading the way. And TA now, I like how Ame goes for some aggressive stealing after winning the team fight, knowing Slark is dead. Invades the enemy jungle. I see a replay there. I'm not sure what
trying to toss him to creep wave, I guess?
Yeah, he must have misclicked.
And misclicked?
I think. Because the creep wave was right there. I think he could have tossed to a creep wave, but he must have misclicked as well. Yeah. Like he clicked it when he blinked accidentally. Maybe muscle memory, you know. Tiny players, they always blink and toss immediately on the target if you want to jump. So, but yeah, he definitely tried to get him to a creep wave.
Yeah, I didn't see the creep wave last time. I was like, is he trying to toss him into enemies to fight? Or is he... I wasn't sure. Absolutely trying to get him out of there. We're nearly at BKB for JT now. So we've got to a point where Gaozu have all their items. Their draft is now in a... Like, it's 25 minutes in and they're in a playable state. Like, that's how wild this game has been so far. Gaozu now are in a playable game.
They also have Arcane Rune on Lina with Ether Lens, so she could look for a pick-off here on top lane. Both teams are kind of staring at it. Radiant do have the advantage of the TA traps giving vision. But yeah, you gotta watch out for Lina. She has had a very silent impact so far, hasn't done too much, but her damage is there. This build does crazy amounts of burst. Once she has the E-Blade, it's about like 4,000 damage magical, something like that. 4,000, 4,500-ish.
That's no joke. I'm gonna be very on your toes as a Slark. And Blink Echo into this Lina damage. Again, thinking about how that draft started, TA, Earthshaker, then Lina to kind of round things out. If Gaozu have the vision and are able to get the jumps, which currently they're in a better spot than they've ever been in this game, and they could kind of dismantle PARIVISION, but this is why PARIVISION are in the Roche pit, getting Aegis for Chrysalis right now.
Yeah, that changes everything. Now the Slark can go confidently. Oh, Tiny is in,
and now
starting
no one's got to catch on Lina. I mean, Paparazzi just out here with DY kind of alone, stranded in the enemy Ancients. And Tiny just comes in and claps down on the Lina. Now DY, ulti already used up. Toss forward, Chrysalis gonna lap up the stacks once more, kill off DY. And Gaozu, I don't know if that's cast as curse or what, but just completely out of position.
Yeah, definitely. They were under a ward as well as the punishing part. Ducalis placed a ward there a few minutes ago, and it paid off. Good trap for catching them. That's not what you want to have as well. Losing a fight before it's a 5v5. Slark Aegis is one thing, but if you get picked off like this by just a few heroes...
I'll take that.
No one's inventory. I'm getting a little bit stacked.
Yeah, he's got the counter coming up next.
Inventory management sim. We've turned into Skyrim.
You gotta buy extra slots. When are you gonna add that? Pay X amount of gold to get one more inventory slot?
I mean, I've been saying that for like... Well, ever since they brought in the TP and neutral item slots, I was saying we need a boots slot.
Ooh, on the Mars.
No
BKB.
And, oh, the BKB. It defeats Xinqiu's initiation with the Echo Slam, and now the turnaround from PARIVISION. Sunray forcing Gaozu back. Arena defensively used. So that's two pretty big ultis from Gaozu used just to try and stay alive.
Yeah, that's everything. That's all their team fights. Now PARIVISION have green lights. You have the Aegis. You have still, you know, no real cooldowns expended. Only the BKB on Tiny, and he's fine without it. He's so tanky, and he has a Chen to save him too. Even the Slark could save him with a shard.
Look at that. I could kind of feel Ame wanted to go out and farm a wave or go to that camp and get a few creeps. No one, just like a great read on the situation, goes out, starts hunting, doesn't find the TA, but easily could have.
Yeah.
Now PARIVISION closing the net in around them. Slark. Has he got a Gossamer's Cape as well? He does?
He does, yeah. Gossamer's Cape. If you play against TA, take it on every hero.
Jump. Trying to catch it. Ame, but he's got a baton behind him. No one goes in for round 2, though. Light Striker A connects, stops the combo. Ame turns and fights him, but no one's very tanky. And Chrysalis has started opening up on his Abaddon. Chain stuns, though. The damage onto the Slark. Kill off the Aegis. And now PARIVISION trying to back him up. Let's see if they can get in here and save Chrysalis. Because the Light Striker Ray and the physical damage from TA bring him down to half. And TA jump back in again, but he's just missing all these hits. Can't land anything.
So difficult. All these Gossamer Capes, evasion from, or a mischance from Phoenix as well. He's trying his best. Still though, Gaozu with a very good defense. Not an easy hold to make, but they managed to somehow not lose any heroes, bring down the Aegis. And now they're getting out on the map, getting involved. E-Blade on the Lina, so she has the full damage combo now. If she E-Blade nukes, she can basically burst anybody on the side of Dire from full HP. Almost even the Tiny, who has 3.3k HP, could die. That's how potent it is.
That's an ion cannon. Blows you up. Melts you. Just vaporized by this Lina.
Yeah. At least they have a pipe now on Phoenix. He went Shivas first and then back for pipe, recognizing that there's so much burst damage on the side of the Shaker, Lina, and Mars. Yeah, get some protection. Tiny with the haste, looking for whoever he can find. DY, he finds the ward, but even though his courier saw the observer ward, he's not going to be able to go up there.
It's far too spooky over there.
Yeah, he knows. Wisely backs away instead. And again, in an amazing fashion, despite not really owning much of the map at any stage, Gaozu are just keeping pace. 3,000 gold behind. Not the worst at 31 minutes into the game.
It's one of those wild games. Like, in football, PARIVISION have had, you know, like 80% possession. But it's still 1-1, you know, it's like a 1-1 draw. People are struggling to score. Gaozu's goalkeeper has done like an amazing job just like saving 50 shots.
Yeah, that's actually a great comparison. That's basically what it feels like. But they're just finding the right places to get out and get the important amount of farm. They have held a lot of control on their own Ancients, which is critical when you're behind like this. Batrider with his... Oh. Wow.
The rocks hit him on my screen. No one had that. That must have been pixels away from catching.
One little pebble touched your foot, Mars. I'm afraid your TP is invalid.
Stubs your toe.
That's what it feels like sometimes. Gets away this time at least. TA, by the way, with a crazy itemization for this game, but maybe it's genius. Goes for the butterfly, no BKB. Just straight butterfly to not be able to get bursted by the Slark. It's a great defensive tool against him. And Slarks don't really want to buy MKB. So, you know, like he will have to do it eventually, but this gives a big power spike moment for Gaozu now. They're going to try and play on this timing. Butterfly completed and no True Strike on the side of Tiny or Slark.
Yeah, struggle for Tiny as well, who's gone for like Echo Saber Kanda to try and deal that damage in. And I guess Butterfly also a good damage item in its own right, not just that evasion. Yes, you've got Gossamer Capes, but I'm going to start hitting faster and harder. And a smoke from Gaozu, going to put them in a position here. Maybe find a fight against PARIVISION, but they're all sat in this mid lane together.
Okay, so TA TP's to the top tower, and they all go through gates. Just forfeiting the bottom part of the map. And Roche can start spawning in 1.5 minutes. That means they're on the better side of the map right now, and Gaozu
Unless the high ground push comes.
Yeah.
And that's what PARIVISION are kind of poking at here with a Chen army.
Tower is under attack.
Lina is gonna use her travels to go and defend. She's queuing up an Octarine core coming out next. Get some more spell casting involved.
Oh, the TA? Do they see her? They do. Right on top of Arme here with Chrysalis and 9 class. And DY is trying to protect Arme with the shields and the heals. They turn and fight to kill off the bat. 9 class dead, but Chrysalis is still going. The Slug, though, starting to run out of gas now.
Is fine.
Expiring. And in comes the Laguna Blade and the Arena trying to take down the Slug. But the Supernova, this egg is problematic with no one's reinitiation. Arme's dropped very low. The pounce back in from Chrysalis and the dive forward will get them the second kill. Now the Sunray will burn into JT. PARIVISION just had that extra bit of gas in the tank. Take down Arme, force Paparazzi to TP back to Fountain, and now Jinkyu, who was hoping for a Blink Echo Slam, he's tossed back into the Slug. The danger zone is here. No one might be dying after the Echo Slam and the damage from the Lina, but he's BKB'd up and survived. Slug can't go diving that deep in, gets tagged by a few more spells from Paparazzi, but a 4-for-1 trade, and now the base wide open for PARIVISION to push.
Yeah, they're going, just pushing up the high ground here. Lina alone at defending. She is very strong, but can't really go up against them. Tiny has to be careful, though. If Lina finds an angle, she could burst him still.
It's like
Doesn't
both
have a
ways, though,
smoke
right?
or anything like that to play around with, though.
Yeah, like if Lina shows,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
getting jumped.
Definitely. And
full
Slark wants to
assault
push
here.
more, has a lot of agility still. Extra
Thank you,
skeletons
Mr.
come
Basil.
out, all the pushing power.
Time to retreat. No one tossing one of his teammates again, this time to clear a jungle camp. And Roshan about to spawn as it just turns nighttime.
By the way, when they tried to kill the Tiny with the Shaker ulti and Lina hitting, Lina went down to minus 50% damage. It's so impactful. The tiny passive
Craggy.
getting the protection. Yeah, Craggy exterior is so crazy to me. 50% damage reduction per hit. She just kept auto-attacking, but his HP just stayed there, kind of around 500. Didn't drop lower.
I kind of miss old Craggy.
Oh, back to live. The fight is erupting. TA poking on the Tiny. Oh,
Tiny
Lina.
jumps the Lina. Force staff away, gets Paparazzi some distance. Throws Laguna Blade back into no one. 9 class, though, has the jump with a lasso. Catching Paparazzi, dragging the Lina back into Chrysalis Slark. Oh, she's E-bladed herself, but the damage just keeps on coming. And now the Supernova, they're trying to deal with it. The DM egg is right on top of their heads. The stuns, not enough to keep it alive, but the damage was dealt, and that's it. 3 have died. 4 in a row for PARIVISION. All they lose is their Phoenix in this one. And Arme, the last one standing, as he watches Paparazzi's courier die right next to him.
An absolutely enormous egg to drop. He was, I think, like 50 HP or something when he cast that egg. Gets the egg off and just absolutely demolishes the team fight. Good lasso as well. Good timing.
And now a toss back from no one. Jinkyu, his Earthshaker. He needs his Echo Slam to be big, but it's not really going to accomplish a whole lot. We've got buybacks galore now. Earthshaker dieback, DYDM both buyback
They're all
on
on
themselves.
TA.
As Arme, he's been dived past the tier 3s. He's gone for 80 seconds. Well, that's got to be the signal of the end now as PARIVISION look to secure their Game 1 victory against Gaozu.
Yeah, no way to turn this around. They aren't calling it, but I mean, they're just can't destroy the throne. Falls pretty quickly.
PARIVISION are hot. This is a team that you should...
Groups or 10-team groups.
Yeah.
And also we had different formats where if you drew, that was like worse than having a win because head-to-head tiebreaker stuff. So you could have the same points, but if you had a win against one of the other teams that drew, then you advance.
Everyone tipping no one.
Yeah. He says ni hao.
And that's it. That's the extent of the Chinese conversation we're going to have in the old chat.
Yeah, that's all we know.
Hello.
Yeah. Probably all he knows as well.
Well, no, he's got 2 more phrases up his sleeve, but they're both swears. He doesn't want to get points reduced or anything like that.
He's saving them for later.
Yeah.
30 seconds to battle.
When he gets
Oh,
5-man
this guy
ganked in the mid lane.
Shove him away on mid as no one was looking for information. Doesn't get any free D-word information on mid lane.
Oh, but look at this.
Oh,
Oh, do they
Ame.
know he's there? They've
They
seen
do.
Ame. They've surrounded him. Shinkyu is here with the Fortune's End, but the Flame Break is pretty much perfect to push Ame back into a kick of the boulder, a kill for DM, and Ame, the first blood.
Maybe Crystallis won't be scared anymore now. He's dead. Took down Ame. Said
Well, he
one
got it
thing
all
he
out of his
feared.
system.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, look at how they're doing this, by the way. They're sending DM down towards bottom, sending Crystallis up top. So they're putting the Bristleback against the Enigma, it looks like.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a better
interesting.
matchup. Bristol is very good at killing the Eidolons, and this does put the Drow against the Troll, which is a nice matchup for Drow as well.
unless she gets tri-laned,
True.
which is currently what's kind of happening.
But a tri-lane with Ogre level 1 having... Oh, he didn't go a learning curve, right? He went Fat Chance.
Really?
He did. It's not the
Interesting.
facet we usually see. I was about to say he won't have a spell, but he does have a spell. So tri-lane is potent then. Are they just gonna
Yeah, 'cause
stay
what-
here?
I guess so. I mean, DM is clearing up Eidolon's bottom with 9 class, so JT's Enigma is kind of held back. But Crystallis also can't go to the creep wave. He's too scared. So no last hits on the Drow. yeah, exactly.
XD.
It is very XD.
This is some
Who
old school
tri-laned?
stuff.
You know, I get into arguments in my pubs when I hover jungle, right? When you're selecting heroes on the minimap, and people are like, "Are you jungling?" Like, no, I'm a support. I'm a pos 4 or a pos 5. Who jungles in 2024? People think that jungling is still a thing. Apparently, tri-laning is still a thing in 2024.
I mean, I'm more on board with tri-laning than jungling at least. And you know, if you've seen the 13k average games with Venomancer jungling, there's a lot of those. You know, jungling is alive for one hero.
Exceptional.
One hero only.
Oh, Ducalis. He's going to kill off the sentry and block the small camp, but he might be dying for it. Ignite
think
and
he dies,
Fortune's
right?
End on this Undying. He pops his magic stick, but he's got no more decay. He's dead. And 10
This
seconds
is
have to come
not
back to this
okay.
lane.
What's going on? Like, look at Crystal's CS score right now.
Yes,
We are
yes.
2 minutes into the game, and Ame is not pushing this lane. He is just denying.
Yeah, was this worth it?
No,
To have your
absolutely not.
bristleback away from the troll?
No. I mean, they wanted to have just a 2v2 top lane and a 2v2 bottom. They did not envision that they were going to get tri-lane top. This is definitely just Gaozu with a proper reaction. Now they put the Oracle bottom.
Immediately flame break into quill
Dead
sprays?
immediately.
No, he's fine. It would be funny if he did.
Yeah,
Immediately die.
he's completely
Nice
fine.
class. So now we get into the 2v2s where Troll 18 and 15. A lot of denies for Arme.
He has a bit of a head start, you know. It's you load into the game, you face it up against a pay-to-win character in your lane. He already starts out with a bit of extra gold.
Just a 4-wave head start, you know, no big deal.
Crystallis, ow, taking
That
damage.
hurts. Yeah, he's dying here. Arme is on top of the Drow. Solo kill, carry versus carry. Arme, he's even looking at Ducalis here as a juicy morsel. 10-1 charges still in the hands for the Troll Warlord. And you were saying, you know, the script for Gaozu to tie things up 1-1 all the way through the group stage, it's already on its way.
Believe in the vision. The Tie Masters, they're gonna do it.
Tie Masters in Thailand.
Yeah, Thailand. Meanwhile, bottom at least, the Enigma
That's
is
their
getting...
drawing attraction, Waga.
Oh boy. Because of the draw? The draw.
Yep. Oh no, not the Drow. No one kicking people around. Try and grab up all the water runes.
At least the Enigma is getting very little farm against this Bristleback, who is continuously clearing Eidolons.
Now, DM is having a very good game.
Yeah, fantastic start. Whatever you're struggling on the Drow, it's being made up by the Bristleback. And he's going to have to create a lot of space. Later on, the Drow will need to tuck away and just find some farm.
I'm trying to go back onto JT. Nasal Goose stacking up. Flame Break was good. But JT's back under his tower with the help of the Oracle. It's just so weird looking at that CS board, man. 41 and 10, minute 5 from Eidolons and everything.
And 24-20
is like normal. And then, yeah, then 24-20 from the Troll. And you're just scanning down the list like, where's Enigma? Oh, he's there. Where's Drow? Oh, right.
Yeah, but you're happier having an under CS Enigma than an under farm Drow, right? Like, and also the experience difference. The Enigma's still finding levels. He's level 4, but the Drow barely ahead of level 3. At 5 minutes in, this is very painful state for her.
And DY blocking the pull as well, making things even more difficult.
Yeah, the Troll has face boots and bloodlust at this point, and Chrysalis doesn't even have boots yet. I think he has boots coming out. Yeah, he does.
Ducalis drops the tombstone, but likely dying here, unless no one comes in and saves the day. Tombstone's still up. Arme is the first one to fall as no one turns his sights onto DY now. And a double kill for the Earth Spirit. Perfection from PARIVISION. They come up top and just relieve all, like a sigh of relief from Chrysalis, right? Like, I get to hit some creeps.
Again, we talked about it previous years. Oh, the dive.
No stuns.
Not gonna find the kill. Again, no one just having that, you know, decisive impact. Big creep wave still pushing here despite the TP out. Oracle is gonna try and keep the creeps alive a little bit, but...
Arme just diving Chrysalis here. Forces that gust to come out, but it's a speedy Troll running at your Drow. And Ducalis will send him packing, at least for now. And 9 class even to come in here and deal with the Ogre Magi, who has stepped very far forward. Tagged up by the Frost Arrows, slowed to a crawl, blood grenaded and dead. 9 class with a good swift move up top to help control this lane again.
And Crystallis got the kill. That's so important for him. A full creep wave worth of gold. Extra gold coming in for him. And the Wisdom Rune gonna be a 1-for-1. No steals being made after that initiation there.
Oh yeah, the other weird part of the map is that Bristle's playing bottom and the stacks are all top, right? So if Bristle wants to go and clear them, he's got a long way to move.
Yeah, he will probably have to swap over there and take the stacks. But the question is when he's gonna make that move to try and take the enemy safe lane tower. For now, he's just playing bottom.
What's Bristle doing about mana problems? Because usually this Bristle, like off lane or safe lane, has an arcane boots or like Bassi ring support with him.
Yeah, that's true. He's not really doing anything about it. It's just send out clarities. He's got clarity on his courier right now. Oh no, Crystallis.
The Ball Lightning Storm is on top of the Drow.
I mean, this is such a dangerous lane. Being on the off lane as a Drow this early on in the game is just a death sentence.
And they will get a bit of a run at Xingqiu in the mid lane though, with the Firefly and the roll. And take him down as Paparazzi will get the trade kill here to kill off 9 class.
Tombstone? It's quite the dive coming out from Earth Spirit and Undying.
He's got his Magnetize flowing. And DY just stranded out here with no help. And so this is going to be some good damage onto the tier 1 tower. As Paparazzi, he just sticks around here for the bottle refill.
Enigma is not level 6 yet, so he doesn't want to TP mid and help out or do anything. So he's just going to stay on his lane. Mid tower is taking some damage, but at least they're not going to take the tower in one go. TP auto refill. Storm going to be happy about that.
A second one. First Xingqiu comes and does it, then DY's Ogre. And they're trying to use these bottle refills to kill off no one, as it looks like they've just got enough damage to break him. As Ducalis in 9 class, they're still in trouble as Paparazzi's Storm is popping off. And nearly finds that secondary kill.
He's almost got the entire Kaya now as well from that kill. So he's getting really rich. Troll is having a great game. Fantastic start for the two of them. Yes, Enigma is a little bit behind, but on the back of the two of them, they could set up some good plays. At the same time, same thing is said on the side of Radiant. You have Bristleback storming the way ahead. He has 93 last hits at 9 minutes in. Crazy amount of farm.
This game is upside down. Like that.
It really is.
This whole game is just like from Australia. And no one in 9 class trying to tip it back over and revert things to normality. I'm going to catch on DY here. Omega Magi breaks vision, sees the rotation coming in, tries to dodge the roll, but no one lands it. Ame, though, is kept safe and sound as it looks like he's going to go and pop through the twin gate to play down bottom.
So he's going behind. It's dangerous here to go on, though. This Bristleback is still very tanky. They want to use the black hole. Can he TP
Slow him down
reaction
with the
from Radiant?
axes. This isn't a go. This can't be a go. You can't. Oh, they're going for it. JT black holes and kills off the Undying. The backup is coming. They get one kill, but they're going to lose the Enigma for this. DM presses forward, but the zip back in from Paparazzi gets the catch on Crystallis. Drow Ranger, I thought she was going to be safe and sound here to just keep on fighting, but a double kill emerges for Paparazzi. And equally for DM. A 2 for 2.
So DM, who was the initial target to go on, he's going to be happy just killing people. And at the same time, Paparazzi is like, yep, I got what I wanted from that. We got some charges, got some kills.
So both offlaners died.
Yeah. But this makes a very happy, offlane drow. Makes a very unhappy troll, though, I think. Laning up against the Bristleback is not that easy, despite his high farm.
Yeah, and interesting, Gaozu are the ones that kind of do the first lane swap, even though maybe not intentional. They've sent Enigma up top, and JT is immediately just being run at by no one. Magnetized and picked off with a little bit of help there, of course, from 9 class, who is getting ignited, but he's already started TPing home to secure his life in Fountain.
Yeah. And 5, 1, and 2 already on no one, finding so many of these kills, but Storm is coming in, full mana.
And zips onto no one with Eidolon's backing him up. And good damage coming onto no one here from Paparazzi. And Xingqiu, DY both joining in to pressure Ducalis to throw the tombstone down and maybe try and keep no one alive. In comes Crystallis with a gust pushing back Paparazzi. Silenced up on the Storm for now, but dodges away from the multi-shot. Ducal is still running forward for DY. The zombies hungry and chasing him down. And another TP coming in here as 9 class going to join. I'm trying to find the catch on Xingqiu. Just needs a lasso. Catch him up, and the physical damage coming in, but the heals. And the save from himself with a false promise. The Crystallis is the one getting turned on and killed off.
Oh no, he doesn't even die. He heals up so much under a tower with his ulti, and that Arcane Rune Storm coming in, chasing. Crystallis is not having a game, man. This is...
I don't know what's happening. They are just constantly fighting. I guess that's the chaotic nature of this game that we find ourselves in with an off-lane drow. They've done some lane swap nonsense. They've tried to, pull the wool over their opponent's eyes, and now it's just battle. Do some battling, and we'll find our way back into the game through that.
Yeah. Crystallis will try and get some... these are both the unhappy heroes finding some solace in mid lane. Like, can we just farm?
I mean, Paparazzi is getting very scary now. When you're having these constant, disparate spread fights across the map where one hero's here getting picked off over there, JT dying mid, the Storm Spirit's picking up a lot of kills and galvanized stacks. It's starting to become a real threat, while Ame doing normal Ame stuff now, right? Tucked away in the forest, farming jungle and accelerating quickly.
Yeah, he's accelerating, and he has his Battle Fury soon, which is going to be a good farm timing. He can farm faster, but the more important thing is DM he has an entire Aghanim Scepter. So this Bristleback is ready. Nice deny attempt by Storm, but doesn't get it. DM gets the last hit. So I think DM is ready to open up the map entirely together with Earth Spirit. The two of them are just ready to fight, where Storm doesn't really have a partner to play with. Same thing as I always come back to, Storm. He wants to be active. He wants to go gank. And it's just him and the 2 supports now.
Storm zipping in, trying to find the rune, gets an illusion, and zips away. And that's one thing DM doesn't offer you as this Bristleback is disabled. Tanky, yes. Damage, sure. But they desperately need no one. And again, it's no one in 9 class, right? We said this at the start of the draft, or the end of the draft. These are the 2 playmaking heroes. And that's what has made this game kind of challenging for PARIVISION, to see their vision of how the game should be. Like 9 class is trying to farm down bottom alone, but no, like it feels like no one has made good connections, but then he feels kind of lost in what to do next.
I mean, he doesn't really have a tower pushing hero, so he's just been running around finding kills all over the place. I think the big thing now is that Bristleback can start laying into towers, so they can start opening up stuff. But no one's gonna keep doing what he's doing, just running around and messing people up.
Oh my gosh, show his
standing
face.
his ground. He wants that creep wave.
9 class
Carries.
gets his blink.
Yeah, nice timing for them to go. Have the lasso. Got the veil as well on the Earth Spirit, working towards that Shivas. And now we're seeing what I was talking about earlier. The Drow Reindeer tuck away, farm the Ancients. Meanwhile, the rest of the team has to make the plays.
And navigating through the river.
Is under attack.
Dire scan reveals nothing.
Bottom tower is under
And an observer ward from DY doesn't give any vision of any of these Radiant heroes who are very bunkered down near their Ancients. Mage is going to shove out mid, gets bloodlusted up.
And Abe started building a Silver Edge early to try and deal with the Bristleback.
When DY steps up quite aggressively there, the roll threads the needle onto the troll, but no one gets turned on and obliterated. But they get the kill on DY, and Armade down in the battle trance, very low HP and not life stealing up enough. He's gone as well. Paparazzi zipped in to try and catch Ducalis, and JT still has Black Hole ready. But PARIVISION, I'm very fortunate there that no one goes right in between all of the tanky heroes, and now the Silence under the Storm and the damage. Incredible DPS coming out of DM and Chris Bliss.
Yeah, DM setting up, just walking next to him. They're stalking his target, finds the kill as well. And no one really falling on the sword there for his team. He says, guys, I will initiate, it's fine. Goes in, and his Blade Mill, I think, must have done a ton of damage in that fight as well. He just got into the center of everything, and sure, he got focused and died, but his silence was on point. His damage output was still huge. Even if he died, look at that. The Blade Mill just absolutely melted the front line.
Yeah, I mean, he forces the battle trance. He avoids the ogre, doesn't clip the storm, finds the troll, and just sudden fear and panic from Gaozu.
Yeah, the fact that they
where's
stopped
JT?
the Oracle ulti.
JT just couldn't Black Hole. They couldn't False Promise. They couldn't do anything.
It's difficult for JT. I mean, all he has is the drums, underfarmed from the laning stage, and now getting thrown into these big fights with a ton of items on the Bristleback. It's not easy to get close.
Drow Ranger has recovered. Chrysalis. 8,000 net worth. No longer holding his breath for last hits.
Between the 2 off-lane heroes this game, the off-lane Drow and the off-lane Enigma, the Drow has found her space a little bit better.
Level-wise, how is it? Because Drow was 0 last hits and level 1, minute 2 or something. And now, Drow's level 12, ahead of the Storm, closing in on the rest of the pack.
Yeah, he's had a great comeback, and all that is on the back of the rotations coming out from no one and the activity that we've seen.
Yeah, no one in 9 class putting on a show. And again, 9 class kind of lurking, seeing who's up in that top jungle. They've got a little bit of vision around that area, but Gaozu not showing on any of it.
Yeah, Paparazzi and JT, they're thinking about catching some heroes. They want to get a kill on Chrysalis, camping over on the Ancients, but he's not here right now. Drow is not home, I'm afraid. Even waiting for her, hoping she will come back, but she's showing top, pushing out the creep wave. Can have the TP away, mid lane. They have vision on the Bristleback, but that is such a difficult target to burst. No Silver Edge yet.
9 class, the first point of contact, gets annihilated. Ducalis, a little bit of time here to throw down the tombstone and heal himself up, as GT is just handled by DM and no one, who get the DY Ogre as a bonus kill. And no one with this double damage rune is still trying to roll that little bit deeper. Arme is invisible though, so they can't find him.
Yeah.
Wait, Ame, where you
Amazing.
going, buddy?
Again, looking for a pick. Going for the
Ame.
Undying this time.
Is under attack.
Tombstone money. Undying money.
Undying money.
Battle trance into net. Ducalis dead.
Huh? Shoves mid lane as well. They might jump him. They're trying to catch him.
Oh. Ame's out. Storm zips in onto no one. It's a lot of damage from Xinkyu and Paparazzi, but the gust has come in from Crystalis, and the damage is dealt. There's Bristleback. Look at him just hitting the mace. Slapping people down.
That was beautiful from Crystalis. He was on point there, Hurricane piking in to get the angle for a beautiful silence and just bring down the Storm and the Oracle together. And yeah, Earthspear was pretty deep, and you think that you can maybe punish him, but he's so tanky. Blade Mill and Shivas now. And even the Vampire Fangs for a bit of lifesteal. Not your
Do they
easiest
see-
hero to burst.
I wonder if 9 class saw Ame there. It doesn't look like he knows, or doesn't think he can go on him. Have we had more than one black hole this game?
Oh,
I
no.
remember the one in front of the bottom tier 1.
Yeah, I think that was the only one, right? I don't think we've seen more.
Then he's bought a blink and not been able to really connect. I need
Yeah,
JT to land a big ulti at this point.
He's looking for it. He's looking for the angles, but it's not that easy for him. Too many things to factor in, you know. You can think about all the things that can cancel Black Hole, and you might just forget one. Bristleback can just kill you. What if he just pops the Bristleback and throws the shard at you? You just die from full HP as an Enigma. That's one way your Black Hole gets cancelled.
Time to buy a buckler.
Yeah. Protect
free
yourself.
wisdom rune. No one just comes in and takes it.
I feel like he's been free to do most of the things that he wanted this game. By the way, Ame has the Silver Edge. This is a huge timing. Big investment, and maybe they can make something happen with it. If they can break the Bristleback and kill him quickly, teamfight does break open for him in a way. Right now it's actually Radiant, though, who are gathering bottom and setting up for the Roche. It's a very fast Roshan as well with the Bristleback and the Drow. They just don't know where Gaozu are. Gaozu are nowhere close, though.
Complete opposite side of the map. No real inclination to head down to that bottom right-hand corner. And TPs are starting to come top, though. No one... He's preparing. Sees the Eidolons and the creep wave. And pushing tier
Setting
2
up.
without showing any heroes.
Gonna push the lane. If they dive him on the tower, everyone will TP. Feels safe enough. Smoke coming out, though. They see no one top, so they want to go bottom. They know he TP'd away from his team. This could be a moment for him to take a fight.
Under attack.
Bristleback gonna show on the bottom lane. I think they go on him.
Aegis Bristleback with Bloodstone.
Has fallen.
Yeah, even so. Earthspear is pretty far.
Ducalis. Can
Oh,
he
he
get some
broke
spells off
Undying.
before dying? Tombstone and gets inside. He's hidden away for a few moments, but still going to die here to the Troll Warlord, while Crystalis has been jumped by the Storm, but in comes no one to save the day. JT dead, Paparazzi follows, now Ame kind of stranded. Xinkyu is nearby and could maybe save the Troll. He's invis, and reveal is it coming? Well, Xinkyu's going to false promise himself, take a lot of damage from DM in the meantime, but Ame is the big ticket target that no one will kill.
Man, that looked like such a big moment right there. He went for the black hole on Enigma, but immediately the blink lasso coming out from the Batrider stops the black hole, and that was lame. 9 class has a long list of things that are lame in this game.
So where was
Is
it? On
it
the far
forward?
left-hand side. So they black holed and zipped on the Drow.
Yeah, they tried to get the Drow quickly, but the reaction was so quick. You couldn't even see it on the camera there. The reaction was fast from Batrider.
Now, Gaozu needed a fight to happen in like one location, right? PARIVISION
Yeah.
very happy to fight on multiple fronts. With the Drow on one, Earthspirit on the other. You know, they've got all these offlane heroes.
Oh, no one is running into multiple heroes. No black hole available. Difficult for Gaozu. I think they're just gonna dodge him.
Dire's middle tower is under
And now a 9k lead for PARIVISION. The goal of tying the series up getting further and further away for Gaozu.
And PARIVISION just plays so good Dota. I don't know. They're making all the teams look so slow and uncoordinated. But it all comes down to their understanding. Even when they had this Drow Ranger starting out the game getting no farm at all, it's fine. They understand their power spikes, play around the Bristle, play around the Earth Spirit.
It's like, honestly, such a tremendous skill to go... You know, back in the day, you'd have a drafter who was your captain and led in-game. So you'd constantly have this, you know, information of the vision of the draft and where it's meant to go. But having, like, an external drafter like Astini and still, like, having that game plan cemented in you. You know, like, every player knows what they're doing, what itemization or where they need to be at any given time, and then adapting on the fly. Taking that draft vision and then converting it into an in-game vision is, like, insanely high skill.
Yeah, there's so many things going on. Evaluating, you know, what's worth it. Can we sacrifice the Drow to get a good start on Bristle? You know, what's better for our team? And ultimately...
Yeah. Like, I wonder whose idea that was. Right? It's like, Chrysalis, what hero do you want to play? You're playing Drow. Like, who makes the call to put Drow off lane, put DM against his Enigma, and then who on Gaozu, who makes the call to try lane? You know? So many cool little things there where someone's made a shot call that just looks incredible.
It's just adaptations on the fly, you know. They stuck around for a little while on Gaozu, and then they realized, wait, if Drow is up here, we can just stay on her. And you kind of go with it. SNY is now complete on the Bristleback, coming out soon. 1.5 minutes on his Aegis, taking down the bottom tier 2 tower, and there's no real sign of Gaozu fighting it.
Completely dodging it. Still trying to build up a few more items on this Enigma.
Earth Spirit's setting up again. Similar to before. This time he does have his team coming.
He's got a DD rune going as well. I can't quite keep tabs on Arme, who goes invis and runs away. Yeah, I mean, no one has been so tremendous. We've talked about him a fair amount heading into their series today. But it's kind of crazy, like, being the best mid laner in the world, like, what, 5 years ago? And now being the best mid laner, like, okay, maybe a large title to hand him right now, but, you know, top 5 mid laners in the world right now.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta say at least that he's looking like the absolute best in this group right now. He manhandled fucking Nisha. You know, that's basically the proof that you are the shit right now. And we're seeing him just have huge impact every game.
Now, straight to high ground. DM plonks himself in front of a tier 3. Posed the question to Gaozu. What are you gonna do? Arme Invis steps forward. But PARIVISION have 2 lanes pressing towards the Dire base. We've had the 3-body problem, now Dota2 has the 2-lane problem. How do you stop these 2 lanes while controlling your own?
Yeah, very difficult for Gaozu, as they're basically just falling back to being very defensive. They're working on item timings. They got the BKB on the Troll.
The Midas on the Ogre.
Oh yeah. That's
a
huge.
big one. Where is he? Can we do a Midas check?
Does he want to Midas?
Multi-class?
No.
Multi-class. Multi-cast?
The thing is, you know, if he had learning curve, he would have level 2 ulti right now, so he could Midas and get more value. But it's a level 1 ulti because he doesn't have learning curve.
That's unlucky.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This facet I think is bait. It's not really worth it. The fat chance.
Well, Wisdom Rune helps. And now, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, now ding, ding, ding. Only with a higher level multicast, then you ding, ding. Oh, first Midas use. Just call it. Sell it right now. Call GG. If your first Midas doesn't multicast as Ogre, that is just a despair feeling.
80% chance for a 2x cast.
Scam.
Oh, goodness gracious. He's dead now as well, hey?
Yeah. To add insult to injury.
Salt in the wound. Yeah, exactly. Your Midas didn't multicast. You're not worthy.
Might as well be dead, you know. He's gonna respawn in time to cast Midas again. That's his existence now.
Eternal suffering. Well, it's high ground time again. DM is there hitting your tier 3, and you have to do something to stop him.
Doesn't even have an Aegis. Doesn't need one. Just so tanky. And that
What's the spell called again? Rain of Purifying Rain, or doesn't
Yeah,
seem to
it's
do
like
anything.
Reign of Destiny, dude. You gotta think Sing Sing. If
Destiny.
you think Sing Sing, then Reign of Destiny. Everything is of Destiny.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where you're going with that.
Arrow of Destiny, Hook of Destiny? Oh, you're not aware.
No, I'm not aware. I lack critical information. And Shinkyu blown up. 9 class the trade. 1 for 1, but a buyback from the Oracle gives Gaozu the numbers advantage. 5v4 now as PARIVISION. A tough decision to make here. Do we keep pressing forward or go back and deal with lanes? They, of course, take the safer option.
Yeah, this does give a bit of a moment for them to look for a fight. They have everything ready. Batrider dead. Of course, we see PARIVISION backing out together. And no one with a shield run could frontline this.
And DM's the first point of contact. Multi-shot thrown. Arme down in the river. Being focused here, and his BKB battle traps quite early on, but the black hole from JT, Drow and Bristle both inside. Arme can open up with a bit of damage. The false promise is there on the Enigma to keep him alive, but I think Arme needed that, not the Enigma, because now he's dead, and Enigma has nothing left to give. Shinkyu, I think, just straight up ulted the wrong person there, but did it even matter?
It was already lost. Even if he ulted on the troll, he would be completely alone and kited at that point. They did not bring down enough heroes. The tombstone to save. The Silver Edge landed onto the Bristleback, but immediately Ducalis throws the shard tombstone to pick him up and put him in safety. What a great saving.
This looks like lights out for the Dire base. Glyph just delaying the inevitable here as the counter Glyph from the Radiant keeps the majority of their creep wave alive. And Bristleback can start doing that tower damage.
Yeah, Gaozu not calling it, but they have the respawns coming up. I don't know if you can fight against 5 of PARIVISION.
And Mr. Carty, the catapult, helping out as well. And the lasso will drag JT back into the multi-shot of Crystallis. Enigma has a buyback. And Storm trying to zip in deep, but the Gust forces that BKB. Buybacks twice from Gaozu here with the Enigma and the Ogre rejoining. Bat dead, and Bristle actually pretty low on HP, but he's got Bloodstone ready to turn his back and spam the quill sprays if need be. And a dieback on the Ogre doesn't help Gaozu's efforts.
Ahmed looking for an angle. TPs runs in. There's a sentry down though. They see him.
Trying, but they can't quite get onto him. DM has stepped away. Quill sprays come, healing him back up as Paparazzi's silenced, but the false promise is there. Saves him for now. The tombstone again puts the Bristle back inside the tomb as the DM's Bristle runs off to the right. Arme can't quite keep track of him. Down he goes. The buybacks are ready from Gaozu on 2 of their cores, but it is one of those situations where you are buying back and just throwing yourselves into the meat grinder. Storm with a long zip actually catches Crystallis. Very deep from Paparazzi, finds a kill and an opening for Gaozu to maybe hold their base, but there are more buybacks to come. And Arme, well, he's gone invis, turns and breaks the Bristle back. Some good damage coming. Lasso is there, though, to save the day. 9 class and Ducalis keep the Bristle alive. DM, the real carry of PARIVISION now, as the offlane Drow Ranger walks down mid, rejoining the team to finish off the throne. And Gaozu, a couple of supports respawning soon, but there's not much they can do without Arme. GG called, and PARIVISION, another 2-0 victory for them. Really cements themselves at the top of their group.
They are looking so unstoppable right now. Easy game